Respected elders, brothers, and sisters, a loving Sairam to each and every one of you. On behalf of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to our online 97th birthday celebration of our dear Lord and Guru, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Swami once said, "You point to somebody and say, he is my friend, but in fact, God alone is your true friend." Taking inspiration from these words, we have chosen the theme for this year's celebration to be Sathya Sai, the Eternal Companion. Today's program consists of a divine discourse, musicals by our young adults, inspiring speakers, and an overview of Sai 100 initiatives in preparation for the centennial birthday celebrations of Lord Sai in 2025. I hope you find these enjoyable and inspiring. Sai Ram.
जो बोले सोनहाल सत श्री अकाल वाहिगुरु जी दा खालसा वाहिगुरु जी दी फतेह आगे बाबा जी ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ आगे बाबा जी ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ
స్నేహితుని మాత్రం ఒక క్షణమైనా నీ వదలకుండా వెంట పెట్టుకో.
See that you have your true friend God near you every moment.
సర్వదా సర్వకాలేషు సర్వత్రా దైవ చింతనం.
Think of God at all times and all places.
నీ వెంట దంట ఇంట కంట ఉండి అన్ని విధాలను నిన్ను సంరక్షిస్తాడు.
God is in you, with you, above you, below you, and around you, and He will always take care of you.
మీ బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఇస్ గాడ్.
Your best friend is God.
ఈ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అంతా మీరు తీసుకొని జీవితాన్ని పాడు చేసుకోకండి.
Don't spoil your life by following these worldly friends.
ఈ స్నేహితులందరూ కూడా కేవలం ఒకానొక సమయం లోపల స్వార్థపరులే.
Your friends were at one time selfish.
స్వార్థ స్వప్రయోజనాల కోసమని వెంటాడేటువంటి వాళ్ళే ఈ ఫ్రెండ్స్.
They are there for their selfish needs.
ఎట్టి స్వార్థము ఎట్టి స్వప్రయోజనము లేకుండా ఒంటరిగా ఉంటుంది రక్షించేటువంటి వాడు ఒక్క భగవంతుడు ఒక్కడే.
God is the only one who is with no selfishness and selfish needs and is protecting you always.
అతను దేనిని ఆశించడు.
He doesn't expect anything.
ఎట్టి ఆశలు అతని యందు లేవు.
He has no desires.
హృదయమంతా కేవలం ఖాళీ.
His whole heart is empty, khali, without desires.
భక్తులను చూస్తే జాలి.
He has so much compassion, jali, for the devotees.
ఈ జాలి కలిగినటువంటి ఒక భగవంతుణ్ణి నీవు ఫ్రెండ్ గా తీసు.
Make friendship with such God who has such compassion.
అతని ప్రాపర్టీనే అది లవ్ ఇస్ జాలి.
His property is only love and compassion.
నిజమైనటువంటి ప్రేమ.
This is the true love.
అట్టి ప్రేమ ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక ప్రాపర్టీ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందో చెప్పండి.
Where can you find a property, a person with such love?
విద్యార్థులారా,
Dear students,
మీరు ఈనాటి నుండి మీకు సరైన భావములు అభివృద్ధి పరచుకొని తల్లిదండ్రులను గౌరవించి పెద్దలను గౌరవించి నమస్కరించి దైవాన్ని నీవు ఫ్రెండ్గా తీసుకొని
from today onward, develop sacred feelings, show respect to parents and elders, offer salutations to them, and take God as your friend.
జన్మించినందుకు సార్థకం చేసుకోండి మీ జన్మను.
Having born, redeem your life.
దైవం పరీక్షలు పెట్టినప్పటికీ ఇది నాకు రక్షణ అని భావించుకోండి.
Even if God tests you in different ways, take them as His protection.
భగవంతుడు ఏమి చేసినా దిస్ ఇస్ గుడ్ ఫర్ మీ, గుడ్ ఫర్ మీ, గుడ్ ఫర్ మీ.
Whatever God does to you, feel that it is for your own good.
అన్ని నా మంచి కోసమని.
Consider everything is good for me, good for me, good for me.
డాక్టర్ పొట్టనొప్పి వస్తే కత్తి తీసుకొని పొట్టకు వస్తాడు.
The doctor cuts your stomach if you get stomach pain.
కానీ ఈ పేషెంట్ పైన డాక్టర్కి ద్వేషం కాదు.
But the doctor doesn't have any hatred against the patient.
ఆ పేషెంట్ యొక్క నొప్పిని నివారణ గావించుకునే నిమిత్తమై ఆపరేషన్ చేశాడు.
He did the operation only because the doctor wanted to relieve your pain.
కాబట్టి ఆ ఆపరేషన్ కూడా నీ మంచి కోసమని. దట్ ఈస్ గుడ్ ఫర్ యూ.
So, this operation is also good for you.
అదే విధంగానే భగవంతుడు శిక్షించిన అది కూడా నీకు మంచి కోసమని.
Similarly, if God intends a test for you, it is also for your good.
కనుక ఏది ఇచ్చినా కానీ ప్రేమతోనే ఇస్తాడు కానీ ద్వేషంతో ఇవ్వడు.
Whatever He gives out of love, not with hatred.
Dear Swami, dear sisters, dear brothers, we are celebrating the 97th divine birthday today of our beloved teacher Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And I would like to use this opportunity to share my gratitude to Swami for always guiding me and protecting me throughout my life, for cheering me up and picking me up when I was down, and for transforming me through various experiences and incidents, some of which I shared in volume 4 of the Eternal Companion magazine. Swami has always encouraged us to develop love and faith. And I would like to share today one incident with you about faith. And for that, I need to take you back to May 2017. This is 6 years after Swami has left his physical form. I was doing an exercise. I was not careful enough. I hurt my back. I hurt my lower back. It was very painful. I could not sleep. I could not move around much. It was very painful. I had tears of pain in my eyes a lot. So I did not have much options but to stay still. And I stay still and ask Swami why I needed this lesson, why I needed this pain. What was it for me to learn from this experience? And like this, I was spending days, and the pain was still there. I decided to go and see someone to help me with the pain. I booked an appointment some days ahead and continued my resting and communication with Swami. 2 nights before the appointment, I had a dream. I was in a group of people dressed in white. I was facing one side and Swami was there, and he was approaching me from behind. And he walked casually all the way up to me. He reached out his hand towards the area on my lower back that was in pain. And he held his hand there for some moments. Something was going on. But then I must have moved around in my sleep and the pain woke me up. And that was it for the dream. 2 days later, I showed up for the appointment. I came in, the person welcomed me, we sat down, and the first question he asked me was, "So, sir, do you do any spiritual exercises or meditation?" I thought it was a little bit unusual question, but I said, yes, I do meditation, and I do have a wonderful spiritual teacher from India. And then we just sat there and nothing was happening. We were just looking at each other. And after a while, he said, "Did you just say you have a spiritual teacher?" I said, "Yes, I did." He looked at me and he said, "Your teacher is here. Your teacher is here, and he wants me to ask you a question. Why did you come here when you know that your back is already fixed?" I did not know what to say or do. It was exhilarating. I was happy to be in such an unusual presence of Swami. I was a little bit ashamed for not having enough faith, for seeking external help, instead of putting my faith in Swami, as he had always encouraged me. But this is what happened. And then I came home from that appointment, and the pain was completely gone and has never returned. And like this, I have learned my lesson about faith, to always remember that Swami is there for us, guiding us, helping us, protecting us. and that He is our eternal companion. Dear sisters, dear brothers, Om Sai Ram.
ॐ सहस्ररूपा साईशा ॐ सहस्ररूपा साईशा ॐ सहस्ररूपा साईशा ॐ सहस्ररूपा साईशा वेद वेदांता विनशीला वेद वेदांता वेद वेदांता विनशीला साईशा साईशा सत्य साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा 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 सहस्ररूपा साईशा वेद वेदांता गुणशीला साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा सहस्ररूपा साईशा वेद वेदांता गुणशीला साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा 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 सत्य साईशा सहस्ररूपा साईशा
Om Sai Ram. Eternal Companion. What a beautiful way of describing our divine bond with our beloved Lord. In a letter addressed to Raja Gopal in 1988, Swami lovingly declares, God is always with you, in you, around you. And He indeed proves it all the time, if only we open the eyes of our heart. In many instances and in sometimes very obvious ways, He demonstrates His presence. He has shown me so many times that He was with me, and I would like to share a few incidents which are very dear to my heart. When I was in high school in France, Swami's omnipresence was shown to me in a beautiful way. I was packing my bag for an upcoming trip to Norway and planned to take a picture of Swami with me. My parents advised me not to, in order to avoid any issues or questions from my French classmates or teachers, as the Sai organization was not really accepted in France. During the coach journey, I was trying to put my sad thoughts behind and decided to get an item from my handbag. I plunged my hand into it and felt something really small, but strangely very hard at the bottom of the bag. I would usually not worry about it, ignore it, and assume it is a tiny stone as it usually happens, and it happened in the past. However, in that particular instance, Swami gave me the intuition to take this thing out and check what it was. I immediately grabbed this unknown hard thing and removed my hand from the bag. To my utmost surprise and happiness, I was holding a beautiful silver-colored heart-shaped medal with a very neat picture of Swami sitting in his chair. The picture which later got installed behind Swami's Samadhi in Kulwant Hall, replacing the initial one. I am forever grateful for that divine gift which has shown me that I do not need to take any picture of Swami, for he is always within us, wherever we are. He is the eternal resident of our heart. Swami did remind me several times of his divine presence during that trip, making the medal fall from my pocket 2 times in very strange ways, making people around me notice it and tell me that, oh, something has fallen down. Nothing is impossible to him, everything is achievable, and when his grace touches you, the happiness deriving from it is priceless. This experience showed me how Sathya Sai is my eternal companion, whether I realize it or not. Our bond is of pure love, and whenever you call him from the bottom of your heart, he answers. He is there at every step of the way, guiding from within and warning from within, showering love from within. Depending on whether we listen to it with our consciousness or our mind, we will hear him or not. Sai is always with us, whether we remember him or not. He is always by our side. I recall an incident where I was once taking rest at my house, and I remember watching a video which had grabbed a lot of my attention. I suddenly received a call from one of my Sai friends who asked me to come and see them and that they wanted to spend some time together. They were close Sai friends whom I used to see quite often. I accepted, and they kindly asked me to get something from the shop near the house for them on the way. Now what usually happens is I would leave whatever I'm doing, get ready, and leave the house. That day, for some reason, at that moment of time, I felt extremely heavy and without energy to get ready, and I felt that I wanted or needed to finish watching the video. This meant I left with a 10-minute delay. I went in my car and started driving, and there again I was driving extremely slowly, as if my whole being didn't want to make any effort. I just couldn't understand why, but I knew that something was not right. Upon reaching the street leading up to the shop where I had to go, I saw a lot of police vans as well as the ambulance. When I reached the roundabout, just before the shop, I saw the road was blocked and police was in front of the shop. Not being able to get access to the shop, I therefore went to my friend's house straight away. I found out later on in an article what had happened. About 10 minutes before my arrival time near the shop, a car driver had suddenly left his side of the road and driven straight across the road directly onto the pavement near the shop and crashed into the shop window, and then left in a hurry, hitting a person on the way who was walking on that pavement at that moment of time. This really hit me straight into the heart. As if I hadn't left with a 10-minute delay, I was going to park near that very shop, walk on that pavement, and go into the shop. Swami protected me by slowing me down during this whole time. His timings are absolutely perfect, and he showed me yet again that he is always by my side. This showed me Swami's extreme compassion and care upon us. We do not need to ask him for anything. He watches our every thought, word, and action. He is there to protect us when we need it. When Swami pours his grace and compassion on you, there is absolutely nothing else in this world that you need. Om Sai Ram.
Sai Prabhu Giridhari Bhagavan Sai Prabhu Giridhari Sai Prabhu Giridhari Bhagavan Sai Prabhu Giridhari कृष्ण मुरारी परति बिहारी कृष्ण मुरारी परति बिहारी कृष्ण मुरारी परति बिहारी कृष्ण मुरारी परति बिहारी साई सुंदर सत्य साई सुंदर पाप विमोचन भव भय भंजन विमोचन भव भय भंजन पाप विमोचन भव भय भंजन विमोचन भव भय भंजन साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम साई प्रभु की धारी भज मन साई प्रभु की धारी साई प्रभु की धारी भज मन साई प्रभु की धारी कृष्ण मुरारी परति बिहारी कृष्ण मुरारी परति बिहारी साई सुंदर साई सुंदर पाप विमोचन भव भय भंजन विमोचन भव भय भंजन साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम 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 सत्य साई तेरो नाम सत्य साई तेरो नाम साई प्रभु गिरधारी भज मन साई प्रभु गिरधारी
With love, reverence, and gratitude, I offer my prayerful pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dearest, loving, and omnipresent Lord, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you, we are blessed and fortunate to be part of the celebrations of the 97th year of the advent of the Paripurna Avatar, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. We're happy that more than 100 countries are celebrating Swami's birthday in person. But what is Bhagavan's birthday? Swami said his real birthday is the day we realize and manifest our innate divinity. How do we do that? That is through divine love. Swami has come to teach us what is divine love, how to nurture love, and how to live in love. He has given many divine discourses and he has written many vahinis and gave personal guidance to people how to live in divine love. He has been our eternal charioteer, Sanatana Sarathi, guiding us in our path to self-realization. He is also our eternal companion, He's our friend. Swami says God is the best friend and only true friend because He is eternal. He is with us at all places and all times, and that is possible only to God, no one else. So He really is our eternal companion. He was with us, He is with us, and He will be with us forever. There are 9 types of devotion Swami has described, starting with listening to the glories of God, singing His glories, on and on. But the last 3 are the most important. One is Dasyam, and second Sakhyam, and Atmanivedanam. That is service, and next is friendship, and finally the complete total surrender to God. So Swami says this friendship with God is one of the best and easiest way to be in tune with God. And they say friend in need is a friend indeed. And Swami is our real friend who really takes care of all our needs. I would like to share with you a couple of anecdotes. This happened about 20 years ago. My parents, who used to live in Prashant Nilayam for 14 years, at the behest of Swami, they moved to live with us in Arcadia, California. And my father, who was about 80 years old, one day developed convulsions, seizures. So right away, by ambulance, we took him to the hospital, and he was hospitalized in the intensive care. And I used to practice in the same hospital, and I consulted my neurology friends who right away took care of him, and I ordered various things like MRI of the brain, the EEG, and various lab work. And they said the prognosis is very poor, is very critical, because at that age, usually these kind of convulsions are due to either a brain tumor or a massive stroke. We were all very concerned and sad. Meanwhile, I faxed a letter to Swami praying for his health. And my mother went into the puja room and intensified our prayers, holding on to Swami's feet. Then after the test results came back, we had good news. All the brain tests and function was normal, and the blood work showed his sodium level, that is salt level in the blood, was very low. We came to realize that he went on a low salt fat diet without our knowledge. So it was the good news that he was given intravenous saline, the salt, and within 24 hours he completely recovered and was discharged home, and we were all very jubilated. Then few months after that, we went with the family to Prashant Nilayam and expressed gratitude to Swami in person. Swami described exactly what my mother was doing here, how she was holding on to his feet so tightly and intensely praying. This showed his omnipresence. He is not only in Prashant Nilayam, he is wherever we are, he is with us. So he was with us in Los Angeles because he said he is inside us, around us, above us, below us. He is wherever we are, he is with us. He showed that. And also he showed the omniscience, that he knows what is happening here, and also that he always answers our prayers. This is the wonderful lesson we learned. And then the fast forward in 2011. As we know, Swami attained Mahasamadhi on April 24th, 2011. I happened to be there in Prashant Nilayam for a few weeks. And after the Mahasamadhi, after the formalities and ceremonies were over, I was ready to return back to USA to my private practice. The day of my departure, I got such a severe pain in my back and abdomen. I could not sit, I could not stand, I could not lie down. I thought the pain was so bad, I'm dying. And being a physician, I thought either I may be having acute severe heart attack or a ruptured blood vessel in the body. And we went to the hospital, and then the tests were all done, and it was diagnosed as acute gallbladder attack, acute cholecystitis. The ultrasound of the gallbladder showed gallstones, and the lab work showed the liver enzymes were quite abnormal. So the treatment was to have surgery immediately. And I said, my physician and surgeon is Swami, and I refused surgery, and myself prayed to Swami, and our family and friends prayed to Swami. By his grace, the pain was gone in few hours. So I flew back to Los Angeles without any problem. And then after coming back here, I had some follow-up tests. The ultrasound showed no more gallstones, and the blood work showed all my liver enzymes were normal. So Swami removed the gallstones without surgery, without putting a knife on me. So he is physician par excellence. So he was taking care of us. He is taking care of us even now. And I hear innumerable stories from different devotees in all parts of the world how he is holding on to us and taking care of us like the eyelids protect the eye. Then how do we be in touch with such a wonderful eternal companion? How to be always connected to him? The easiest and best way, Swami himself said, is repeat his sweet divine name, Sai, Sai. If we have name of Sai on our lips all the time, and Swami assured us we will be Jivan Muktas, that means liberated while alive. Another way to be connected with him is contemplation of his unparalleled beautiful divine form, which gives us bliss. And another thing is to read and listen to his story and his glories, which is Sai Bhagavatam, which is the way to sanctify and redeem our life. And finally, the most important way to express our gratitude and be connected with our eternal companion is being involved in his work, being part of his divine mission. Because in 1961 Dasara discourse, Swami said that all those who serve in the mission with love and selflessly will be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. Not only them, their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. What a wonderful divine reassurance for us. So I want to thank and congratulate all the members and officers of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization for their dedication, commitment, and wonderful service. Let us not rest on our laurels. Let us march forward and move forward in the divine mission. Swami has showered so much love, grace, and blessings on all of us. So if not we, who? And if not now, when? Keeping in mind as an expression of love and gratitude to Bhagavan for his 100th birthday, the SSIO has taken up 12 initiatives. This to strengthen the organization from inside and also have the public outreach programs to serve the communities and society we live in. I'm happy that Dr. Suresh Govind will be giving us overview of all these initiatives. Let us resolve to love and serve our Lord Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and his creation with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength till our last breath. Jai Sai Ram.
Respected elders, beloved brothers and sisters, Om Sai Ram. By the infinite grace, love, and compassion of Bhagavan Baba, we are here today celebrating the 97th year of the advent of the Kali Yuga avatar, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Bhagavan, what can we do for you, Swami, for the 100th birthday? What programs can we implement? And such sincere prayers invoked ideas, and this is what we are presenting to you today. We are going to present Sai 100, a social action initiative comprised of 12 programs, 7 for the public outreach and another 5 for strengthening the organization. These 7 public outreach programs are meant to bring the message of Bhagavan to the far corners of the world. First of this is the well-being workshops. As we all know, that millions and millions of people are affected mentally, especially during the post-COVID. Today we are planning to implement hundreds of these workshops in small communities, in towns and cities all around the world to bring hope, light, and peace to everyone who participate in these workshops. We are also going to intensify our efforts in the community adoption program, which we have got at this present moment 157 communities already dedicated for Baba's 95th birthday program. We're going to revisit these communities, strengthen the programs, and deploy more meaningful ones in order for us to serve the communities better. We're going to expand SSEHV programs even more. Already the 40 over institutions that we have in the world are doing excellent work in terms of deploying SSEHV. We're going to intensify the efforts in order to create a tidal wave of human values in this world. We are also going to plant more trees around. As we all know, planting trees is one of the best ways to reduce carbon emissions and perhaps influence climatic change. So we are going to do it collectively, totally, around the world. We are also going to make sure that we implement more than 1,000 medical camps. Already the medical doctors are doing an excellent job, but we are going to increase and intensify these efforts, but at the same time introduce more components like public education, education awareness, health awareness, in order to make sure healthcare is deployed to the far corners of the world. We are also going to make sure that this special tuition program that we are going to organize adopts schools, more than 100 schools, and deploy tuition programs and infuse human values to the students that whom we are planning to teach. We are also going to have public meetings. More than 100 public meetings will be organized and take the message to the far corners of the world. So these are 7 programs, 7 initiatives, 7 public outreach programs. But in order for us to reach out in this way, we have to strengthen the organization. So one of the first things that we're also planning to do in the next few months is to strengthen the organization by reinforcing systems and processes best practiced in all the countries so that we have some of the best ways in which we can deliver to the devotees as well as to the members of the public. We're going to intensify SSE programs by increasing the number of children and making sure that more people get the opportunity to be exposed to these wonderful, noble, and well-meant programs. We're also going to have an international media academy, which will produce world-class media materials for the world and as well as for our members. We're also going to make sure that all the centers in the world, Sai centers in the world, will have active participation from young adults, because young adults are our future, and we now need to intensify our efforts to engage them better. There's going to be an effective communication system that will connect all members of the organization so that you receive the information accurately and timely so that everybody can be extremely well informed. So these are our 12 initiatives, and we hope and pray that by Baba's grace, by Swami's grace, these programs can be implemented beautifully well and provide every opportunity to all devotees to participate joyously in the next 3 years by placing small bricks here and there so that collectively we can build and make sure this Dharma Samstapana work of providing peace, happiness, and joy to the world can be fulfilled. Baba, Swami, we pray with earnestness and sincerity that these wishes can be undertaken. Thank you, Saya.
रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
पाहि पाहि परमेश्वरा
पाहि परमेश्वरा
पाहि पाहि परमेश्वरा
पाहि परमेश्वरा
देहि देहि तव पद सेवा
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 रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
जगदीश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
पाहि पाहि परमेश्वरा
पाहि पाहि परमेश्वरा
देहि देहि तव पद सेवा
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 रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
जगदीश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
भक्तिपुरी परमेश्वरा
पाहि पाहि परमेश्वरा
पाहि पाहि परमेश्वरा
देहि देहि तव पद सेवा
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 रक्ष रक्ष जगदीश्वरा
भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा